Our journey starts here. It's a journey that takes us into the lives of musicians from different walks of life and brings them together to create a song. These musicians are Dewarists. They have immense passion for what they do. They inspire others to follow their dreams, and this is why their stories deserve to be heard. Indian Ocean takes you on a journey. They're pioneers in creating a sound so intrinsically Indian that it's impossible to separate the different states and cultures that have influenced them. Sanskrit shlokas blend fluidly with Sufi notes, and their lyrics are as political as their music spiritual. Mohit Chauhan's voice is haunting in its simplicity. It very simply transports you to the hills where he's from, Himachal Pradesh. Bollywood might have made him a household name, but it was through independent contemporary music and his band Silk Route that he first broke through. I'm Monica Dogra, a contemporary artist and one half of electro-rock act Shire and Funk, and I am on a mission to discover the passion behind these musicians, watch them collaborate, and create a song. Because some things are just worth doing. Welcome to the Dewarists. It has been Delhi's ability to absorb her many visitors over centuries that has given our country its multi-hued and multicultural quirks. In the middle of all the chaos, Delhi will stop you in your tracks. It will make you stand in open-mouthed awe at its skill in making a stranger feel like he's come home. It's no wonder that this city is home to Indian Ocean. Sushmit, Amit, Rahul, and Ashim paved the way for all the contemporary musicians who came after them.
When I was in late school, I got interested in Indian classical music. And what influenced me was not the technicalities. They could lose themselves, completely lose themselves in the music. Consciously for about 3 years, I did not actually listen to other music just because I wanted to develop a style of my own. That was it. That gave me a style which I still have. I used to go to this other friend's place who had formed a band which used to sing original Bangla songs. That's where I got to meet Ashim, and that's when we decided to jam together. '86, we were invited to Roorkee Engineering College. That's where me and Ashim did our first show as a duo, Sushmit and Ashim. And there was just guitar, tabla, and it turned out to be a massive success, massive success. Couldn't imagine that without any vocals, without people getting to hear anything that they have heard before, they would like it so much. So that's the time I thought that, there is something brewing that could be grown into a much, much bigger thing. So then I started searching for other band members, wanted to make the, sound bigger.
I studied a lot actually. I liked studying, and so I did a BSc in chemistry. Then I went to IIT Kanpur. I did a master's in chemistry. Then I went to Cornell University in the US. I did a PhD. I didn't want to stay on in the US. I wanted to come back home. Let's say for something as simple as to eat chole bhature. I didn't have a job. I had a PhD. I was a unemployed postgraduate with no money. Shushmit and I actually know each other from school. We were in school together since class 3. So he never used to play guitar in school. So I didn't even know that Shushmit was playing guitar. But when I came back from the US in 1990, he met me and said, I have a band and will you play bass? I was like, really, you have a band? Why do you have a band?
We had already heard Amit. He used to have a band called Gravy Train. Amit came with a hell of a lot of youthfulness, immense amount of talent.
I was in first year college when I joined. In fact, I remember I walk up to Rahul and Shushmit saying, boss, I need 1 month holiday because paper hai. और 1 महीने में मैं कर लूँगा. So Rahul was, paper? Who takes holiday for paper? Because they had stopped studying some 15-20 years back. बुड्ढे. तो बड़ा मजा आया.
It's so nice to discover who the musicians are behind the music, and it's so nice when they happen to be incredible people. All right. Contemporary musicians now often crib about not having enough opportunities, but then they had none. And they were performing at a time where there were no venues. There was no concept of what it means to be an independent band even.
Our band had to deal with a whole lot of things. Money was not coming from Indian Ocean. We played only 7 shows in the first 5 years, you know. So you can imagine, we were just waiting. Somebody will call us, somebody will call us. When Namrata, my wife, who was pregnant with twins, I remember just 1 month before my kids were born, that's the time I got my first job. And I took that money, went to the hospital and paid the hospital. That was, I mean, these were initial hitches. But when you have the passion, then you do not take it as a struggle.
Yes, we took what now may be called risks, but we never thought of them as risks. I think most people who do stuff that they're passionate about don't see it as a risk. And we were passionate about what we were doing. We have achieved a lot in terms of having a different sound. We've been part of making middle-class Indians proud of their own culture. Gradually, you know, there's a lot more confidence and pride in yourself, and I think we happen to represent that musically. So yeah, I think those are good things. See, I don't count things like cover of Rolling Stone to be that big a thing, because have you seen some of the people who are on the cover of Rolling Stone?
I think more than us making a career out of music, I like it when people look at our story and say, you guys did nothing else but music. So if you had the guts to do it then, we have the guts to do it now. People from Kanpur, Lucknow, those guys get inspired and say, यार मैं भी तो कर सकता हूँ, मैं क्यों लखनऊ में फंसा रहा हूँ, मैं इधर गिटार क्यों नहीं बजा सकता, मैं लंबे बाल लेके कानपुर की गलियों में नहीं चल सकता क्योंकि लोग मजाक उड़ाते हैं, अब मैं चलूँगा.
Our collaborator today is actually a very, very old friend of Indian Ocean. Bollywood playback favorite, Mohit Chauhan.
मोहित को तो हम तब से जानते हैं ना, जब से सिल्क रूट शुरू नहीं हुआ था और उन दिनों मोहित यहाँ था. प्लस ही हैज़ अ ग्रेट वॉइस. व्हाट अ नाइस वॉइस ही है. उसकी वॉइस सुनने से कितना तसल्ली सा. इट्स लाइक दैट परफेक्ट टेम्परेचर वाटर दैट यू ड्रिंक, यू नो, इट्स रियली सैटिस्फाइज योर थर्स्ट. उसकी आवाज़ सुनने में बड़ा अच्छा लगता है.
सदना शिकारी जो सदना बंद की जो सदना शिकारी जो दिए भलायता मोर
Apart from, I would say, Mohit, Kailash Kher and Sukhvinder, you hear any other song, I can't make out who sung it. Everybody sounds the same. I think Mohit, the moment I hear, I know, even if it is playing in somebody else's house, oh, that's Mohit's voice.
And when the idea of doing something with Mohit happened, we thought this was something that should have happened a long time ago. Maybe this would go well with his style, you know, because he has a nice folky touch to his singing also. And I want that to come in.
मसक्कली उड़ मटक्कली मसक्कली उड़ मटक्कली
Mohit's characteristic vocals and Indian Ocean's genre-defying sound will definitely create something incredibly unique. But what will really give it that indefinable edge is the fact that they've been friends for decades and never collaborated.
बहुत बढ़िया।
तो आप लोग इधर दिस ईयर
सर ये हो गया नया। तेरे को याद है ना, तू आया वहाँ पे?
कहाँ पर? वहाँ तो आया मैं कई बार।
Mohit has quite a bit of admiration for what Indian Ocean has accomplished in the way that they have, because they've done it with so much grace. They really have.
हाँ, खाना खा, चाय पी, और we don't as yet know the full contours of what's going to happen. We have some ideas. Mohit has some ideas, and we're going to put it together over the next 3-4 days, and we're quite looking forward to it. Let's see what happens.
I always have liked, music which can touch you, Music is one art form which has a direct connection with the soul. I grew up in Himachal Pradesh, that's my home. So there was always beautiful mountains, apple orchards around, rivers. So my musical education, was sitting up with friends, trekking up the mountains and singing your own party song or mountain song, or making one of your songs. Although I studied science, and at one point of time there was this thing about, what do you want to do? Maybe I should find a job. I came down from the mountains to make a living, to find something to do. And that's when I met Kem and Atul, and we put together the band Silk Route. I was writing songs since I was in university. So Duba Duba I wrote when I was doing my masters in science and geology, Dharamsala, Himachal University. When I was making music, or when I met the other guys in Silk Route, we never actually thought about what was happening around us. It was about what we were doing when we were together, and it was the sound that we were producing. In my head, I can, look at myself as a traveler, and so the best thing is to travel light, when you're on the road. So what do? So you have a small backpack, your guitar and your little harmonica, put on your boots and walk.
Indian Ocean perform and they jam in this big bungalow that's surrounded by grass and flowers and all these cute dogs running around, and It's kind of their sacred space, right? That's just high ceilings and instruments everywhere. So we've gotten the opportunity to kind of peer into the process that is Indian Ocean.
There was a particular riff which Rahul used to play, tana, tana, dum, pam, tono, tana. And this has been carrying on for years. Okay, nothing was done to it. But we realized that this particular groove has a bounce to it which might be good for Mohit to, do a lot of things on it.
When we arrived into their space, we heard them work through the piece. Then we got to hear them kind of present the piece or what they had worked on so far to Mohit.
Actually, our next thing at this point is...
I know these guys for a long time, but yes, we've never tried to sort of come up with a joint thing or write a song together. 4 times clear, so that I do something and then you start playing along and then I also start taking off. Then we can do it for another 2-3 bars and then you can go to the next.
Mohit is a singer who can jam with you. He's not just a playback singer who will be told exactly what to sing and he'll give you a good rendition of that. Mohit also has a composer in him, which is, I think, why it's good fun to work with him.
We sat down together and then different parts started coming up. I started playing tunes on the guitar and asked them, why didn't you sing this? Why didn't you sing this? And then some more tunes got added to that. So that's how the song happened.
It's not only music when 4 or 5 people hang out together. There has to be a lot of mutual chemistry happening, which requires a lot of effort also, a lot of patience and a lot of mutual respect and all those kind of things come into play.
यार एंड में भी तो अभी तो तुमने कुछ किया ही नहीं ना. You have a third tune coming in.
See, it will sound much better than that.
नहीं यार एंड में भी तो अभी तो.
Believe you me, I mean, in less than actually 3 days to polish up a song, record it and bring it to a level where we think it is releasable is almost an impossible task. We've done it. We've done it.
It's been, a long time since I've done anything with Indian Ocean. There was a time when we used to meet almost like every week and I used to bump into them. I sometimes even used to go to the rehearsals and hang out and chill out and,
Yeah, it seems like you guys are integrated.
Yeah, so we have that kind of a connection, old connection.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. I had the opportunity to discover that Mohit had met Sushmit sometime in the early 90s. It's been really interesting to find out a history that they have. They go back, Mohit actually lived with Sushmit's family for a little while. And he was there, of course, when Sushmit had his babies, when the biggest thing happened in Sushmit's life. And he wrote a song for Sushmit's children when they were 1 year old. You wrote a song?
We just made the song and we went to their house and they were having their first birthday. Like they were 1 year old. They won't remember. We didn't know what to buy, we didn't have any gift, we were not carrying anything. So we thought we'll take the song.
It was quite an emotional thing for us. Tears in our eyes, the way the song came about and the way they sang it.
Have you heard it since? Oh wow.
I have to digitize it as soon as possible. The tape is 16 years old.
To hear a song that hasn't been heard in a very long time, 15 years, that was amazing actually.
So while we were at Sushmit's house reliving a moment created 15 years ago, Rahul and Amit were walking down a memory lane of a different sort in Karol Bagh.
I'll go for it.
यार ध्रुव इसका तो लेना भी नहीं चाहिए यार. Look at this f***ing place. Look at this f***ing place. Sad, huh? Yeah. This place is in Karol Bagh, in the heart of central Delhi. And this particular house is a house where Indian Ocean has been for 14 years. And we've made the music, a lot of music that we have as part of our oeuvre has been made here. And we have beautiful memories of this house.
Aptly enough, the name of the house was Anant, which means unending. The house is ended. I think it's going to be broken down in the next few months.
Hey, Amit ji, look at this, man. That's what I'm saying. You know, they cut the mango tree, the lemon tree, they've cut the shatut, they've cut the grape, they've cut those two trees outside, the kadam and the curry. They've cut the curry patta.
So,
They're going to smash down this whole thing. You know, I'm feeling so sad coming back here. Just in 2 months, this entire place is looking so different.
I think Karol Bagh used to blend into the composition in a very weird manner, which is something that we can't put a finger on, we can't explain. How do you explain what a house does to you? You're sounding weird now.
Clips. 16 by 330.
That's the address, and that's at Beware Dog.
Beware Dog. 2 of those are now up in our studio in Sanic Farm.
But look, hey, that's the nature of life. Things will move on. The worst thing that could happen is that Oshim is not here anymore, but things are moving on.
In December 2009, Indian Ocean lost Oshim to a massive heart attack.
It happened at Doha airport. He went into a coma. His heart had stopped working for almost 15 minutes. Ultimately, he succumbed. You know, this is a voice that will never be.
See, Oshim dies in December 2009. And as it happened, the year 2010 was one of the most tightly packed years for Indian Ocean. There was another film for which we did music, which became a big hit, Deeply Live. We appeared on Indian Idol. All of those things happened in 2010, the year after Oshim died. We had some 80 concerts. And when you have 80 concerts, you don't really have time to sit and think.
Slowly and steadily, in a much, much longer and, you know, it seeped in. That his effect is going to be there with Indian Ocean till the time Indian Ocean exists.
I phoned Oshim once like a South Indian insurance agent, and I was going to take his car away because he was defaulting on his EMIs, which he was not. And you had to see he was fuming by the end of it. It was great fun. Yeah. But yeah, you could pull that off on Oshim because he was a fun chap. He was a fun guy.
After Oshim's departure, Indian Ocean found a new voice and an old friend, Himanshu Joshi, a filmmaker by profession and now a member of Indian Ocean.
You know, you can't, the vacuum cannot go. Oshim had a beautiful, great, unique voice. You can't replicate that. People ask me this question, how, I find that quite amusing because how do you fit into Oshim's shoes? I said he was size 11, I'm size 7. I don't know whether I fit in or not.
At the moment, we are off to see Indian Ocean and Mohit Chauhan at their final rehearsal before the full performance. So we're all kind of wondering whether or not they'd managed to come up with a cohesive piece. Lyrics were being written yesterday when we had lunch, so I had the opportunity to actually see Amit read lyrics off of his cell phone and sing them directly to Mohit while he was eating some South Indian food, which was a cool moment. So I'm curious to see actually what happened, because as of yesterday, I think they didn't have anything more than really a sketch. Hi. Shoes off? Hey, what's up? Hi. Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
What?
मतलब कैसे बाद में बता
चलो हाँ start from Badung taking a tackang, 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 badung taking a tackang. No pidding. No, I don't think so. I think pidding होना चाहिए.
We are not the kind of musicians who sits on the computer and just does stuff and we bring out. Then we would have probably come out with about 60 albums, but we've just come out with 6 the last 20 years, 21 years.
Pidding ping ding dicking tackang tackang pidding ding pudding khale.
I can't hear anything.
हमारा कभी भी फिक्स नहीं रहता, मतलब एक बेसिक फॉर्मेट फिक्स है, लेकिन उसके ऊपर इम्प्रोवाइज करते हैं. जो भी नया स्टेज पे किसी के भी दिमाग में नया आइडिया आता है, उसी को फिर डेवलप करने की कोशिश करते हैं.
See, it is an earthy song. It's a folkish composition. It's a marriage of two different kinds of sounds, but with a similar kind of bass.
So that's 4 times, okay? Namaskar.
It's interesting because Mohit brings with him a different flavor, a different voice texture, you know. और उसका भी कुछ काफी हद तक ज़मीनी जुड़ाव. He has a pahadi element into it.
Maaya, Maaya, Tagni Maaya.
And you have 6 cycles. That is 12 bars to finish your harmonica. Moment you rock down it,
फिलहाल क्या हुआ है कि ड्रम ले हो गए हैं, तबला ले हो गया है, गिटार ले हो रहा है. गिटार के बाद हम लोग गाना गाएंगे. माया माया रे ठगड़ी माया रे.
There is no title as yet. I do not know what it's going to be called. Maaya or Maaya Re. Or something completely different. We'll, I guess, figure out in times to come before the program goes on air. Your voice strikes out when you're going high, but when it's low, then the other two guys completely having...
Normally you can have 3 people sing, then change their positions around the mic and have them sing the same thing again, then change it around 3rd time. So what happens, it sounds like 9 voices singing one thing, then in the harmony you add 6 voices, so it sounds like a huge bloody chorus. I don't think we want to do that here. They take away from the fun element.
Maya, Maya, Re.
Shut it!
La, la, la.
ये जो ट्रैक है ना, ये ट्रैक ये बता रहा है कि माया जो है, माया. अब देख, मैं तुम्हें इतने सीरियसनेस से बता रहा हूँ जैसे मुझे बहुत पता है, लेकिन मैं भूल गया हूँ.
खूब निकाले ये पत्थर से Maya is actually worldly desires and worldly things. ये देखो मेरे पास है लिरिक्स यार, मैं तुमको पढ़ा देता हूँ. ऐसा है, माया माया रे ठगनी माया रे खेले कैसे खेल, मन का पंछी तन का पिंजरा बिन मांगे की जेल. देखिए आपको सीमित रखता है, आपका मन कहीं भी नहीं सकता. मन का पंछी उड़ सकता है,
तन का पिंजरा।
बाबा आपकी ट्रस्ट में
बिन मांगे कीजिए।
आपके ट्रस्ट में कितने पैसे
आप हमें जितना ज्यादा ट्रस्ट करेंगे उतना हमारा।
So far, everything sounds really amazing, but I think since it's getting kind of late, I'm going to leave them in peace to finish off the rest, and I will see you guys tomorrow. It sounds wonderful.
Thank you, Monica, but you're a lazy bum.
The final performance is about to take place in this fantastic venue in Delhi called Garden of Five Senses. I just know that both Indian Ocean and Mohit are going to thoroughly enjoy themselves.
na na
I knew about Indian Ocean. I knew that they were this prolific band that's existed for 20 years, but I had no idea that they were such dynamic and very different individuals. Mohit, for me, was also a big surprise because if you distill it down, he's this wandering soul who has a stillness within him. So, how was the experience?
Hot.
Really hot, right?
Have you seen our stage?
And when you listen to them separately, they sound very different. Their voices are very different, but when they come together, they're this one thing. They became one voice.
This is the first song we made with the new lineup of the band. So
Himanshu wants to make this song into at least a 10-minute song. It's only 6.5 minutes right now.
What's wrong with that?
No, I am all with him.
You also.
Let's see. Let's see. Maybe,
Maybe add some more lyrics, I think. Correct?
You talk too much. That's why you like more lyrics.
I feel like I have new friends. And if we come together as a community, then our movement will echo out stronger. So I think I'm in university right now. I'm in the University of Life.
Come on, Amit. Ek baar.
Maaya re, la 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 la, khele kaise.
Wow. We are at Paradise Country outside of Pune. If you write music in a place like this, it's impossible for your surroundings not to seep into your music.
Think about 20 years back, you tell your parents, I want to be in a rock and roll band. What do you think they'll do to you?
I've known Parikrama since when I was a kid, looking at them they had a 10-foot stage and I was shorter than the stage itself.
I think Agni was one of the biggest names around here.
It was really good catching up with him.
We were comparing how large our bellies are, so no, don't zoom in.
Musician friends, we talk about doing something just for the sake of making this song and having fun with it.
You can't take the grunge out of the guitar players. You can't take the rock out of us.
We're going to all try and get our own flavors together and make it sound like a collaborative song.